start. I have some questions regarding the FOIA request emails that I received, and I just wanted some clarification. The first one I was wondering is for Kevin. Kevin? Are you part of Power Up Iowa? Are you a member?
No.
Okay. My second one is, how long did the rest of the board know that John was the county chairperson for Power Up Iowa?
I am not the county chairperson.
That's not what Power Up Iowa just told me. I called Megan Keurig and she confirmed that with me.
I told her I would not do it, and I gave her some names of people that might do it.
Are you a member
No,
of Power Up Iowa?
I'm not a county captain or anything. I called them for information.
Yeah, regularly.
Not regularly. I just found out about them before that meeting. So
Before the June 13th meeting, when you asked them to come to our public meeting?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so about June 12th.
So yeah.
And then it looks like you had a phone call with them about a county captain, and then she said that you were the county captain. I asked her twice.
County captain.
Okay, well, she told that I have other people that listened to the phone call that I had with her, and they
Well, I
told.
can call Megan today, but yes, no, I am not.
Okay,
I put her in touch with somebody else that might be interested in it.
okay,
As I said, I was not interested as a supervisor, to be honest.
okay. And then on June 19th, Megan Keurig wrote to you, John, about Carrie Johansson with the Iowa Environmental Council, and saying that she'd reach out to you with a recommendation on a setback limit to propose at your next meeting. What was that for, and what was the setback distance that she was proposing to you?
I don't remember if I ever got anything from Carrie,
Okay,
so I don't think she ever got back to me other than
what was it? What were you asking about?
just for recommendations. So kind of what Power Up Iowa's thing is they like to be involved in, of course, they're new in March. So they like to get involved earlier than, of course, since they're new, they haven't been involved in anybody's. And so their plan is going forward is to try to go out to counties before they get wind energy or before any of this starts to get ahead of everything to help with all of the process. And so their original intent was I think she's told me they were gonna have 3 meetings this summer. And I asked them to come do ours because we were in the middle of it right now. Because they were gonna do them all over the state of Iowa. And I'm like, we could use any kind of information we could get. And so that's what it was all about, was getting information. Because it's obviously the governor's task force. So that's all that consists between me and Power Up Iowa.
Okay.
When I originally contacted them, I thought they would have a public meeting here, because that was kind of my understanding when they do informational meetings. That was my understanding.
Okay.
And what they ended up doing was getting a hold of economic development and having it through economic development.
Okay.
So,
Could you have asked the public to be invited to that meeting, though?
not really.
Okay, that wasn't an option.
It wasn't my meeting, it was economic development's meeting, but normally no.
Okay. The next question that I have is with the English River. Are you part of the English River Conservation or the watershed?
Watershed, I am.
So I guess I'm confused as to why you wouldn't want protection for the English River, especially when you're on the conservation board for that specific river, and you're only granting it for the Iowa River. What is the reasoning behind that?
Obviously, there's 2 different sizes of rivers that are involved there.
So it's because the Iowa River is bigger than the English River is why?
Yeah, so it has more setbacks. I mean, because you get into branches, creeks, and everything, and at some point you have to make determinations on something.
Well, couldn't you just do from the main water, like the English River's main water?
You could.
You could.
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
So why wouldn't you want to do that?
I wouldn't think it's necessary.
Why isn't it necessary? Why does the Iowa River need protection then?
Because it has a wider watershed, it has a wider basin, and it supplies more birds. And
So you're saying it supplies more birds?
I'm assuming so, yes.
You're assuming that it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no requirement to have any protection
So why are you giving it to the Iowa River then?
because of the size and scope of it.
Okay. But so the English River, because it is smaller, has no necessary value to the county, correct?
Whoa, where'd that come from?
say.
Well, because it's not worth protecting, so it's not of value. Iowa River's of value because it's getting protection. That's the implication of what you're saying.
Sure.
That's stretched.
Sure, okay. He said sure, he agreed.
Yeah, he said sure, and interpret to do continue, but yeah, no one has ever said the English River has no value.
Well, apparently it doesn't have any value to the county because it's not getting protected the same that the Iowa River is. The next one is Kevin and John. I'm going to refrain from saying this person's name at this point in time unless you guys need me to clarify. But you forwarded emails to someone of the public. John did 4 times, or John, you did once. Kevin, you did 4 times. What was this person's role, and why did they need to know what emails were being brought forth about wind turbines?
Information purposes, I'm assuming.
This person's just some member of the public, as far as I know. Why would they need to know?
Public.
So they just, you guys thought that they needed to know what people were emailing you?
I don't know what it is.
Ask you maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Gary Boland.
He requested it
He requested what?
to see the email.
To see,
We can forward emails, I believe.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
the rest of
Why are we asking you?
the rest of us have to provide a FOIA request and pay money for this, but then if someone comes and asks you for the emails that people are sending you, you're just going to hand them right over?
But it's-
You didn't hand them over when Denise asked and sent in a FOIA request? You did, not the rest of them. You did. Kevin and John, you did not.
You're welcome to look at my computer any second.
I just don't understand what he had to do with any of this, and is he helping with anything, or?
He's not helping with anything as far as I know. I don't even remember what it was about actually, so I'm sure he asked for something.
Well, there was 5 emails that were sent to him, so I just didn't know. It seemed like if 5 separate emails were sent to him, that must be something important, or he must have some kind of role.
You know. He doesn't have a role in anything.
Okay, I wanted to clarify that. The last thing that I just wanted to say is, I know that, John, you and Megan Keurig talk about the John Wayne Museum and the State Fairgrounds having wind turbines and how it doesn't affect impact the tourism there.
I asked her about it.
Yeah, well, you said, you guys were like kind of making a joke, like, oh, no one must visit these places because, yeah, right? Okay. So I just honestly think that, I mean, I'm just going to say this point blank, it might come off kind of brash, but I think it really shows the misunderstanding that you guys have on the effect of wind energy because, number one, the State Fairgrounds one is 318 feet tall and it's a single one. That's very different than 78 to 80, 600 foot, 5 to 600 foot turbines all clustered together in one area. So that's irrelevant to me. I also called the John Wayne Museum and the closest turbine to them is 15 miles away, in which case I don't think that that's relevant either. So I think that it just, to me, it just demonstrated that.
But the point was, is people said that nobody would come to Iowa County anymore if we had wind.
We never said that. We said it will impact
It
tourism.
was mentioned at meetings that it would kill tourism.
It said it will impact it. We never said that no one will come to Iowa County.
That's the point.
And that's within, we have studies that show within a certain mile radius, and 15 miles is not of that. Where our concern is if you put them near the Mana colonies, like let's say 5 miles within next to the Mana colonies, that would impact tourism there. There's not a lot of tourism in the current Diamond Trail project area, as far as I know, and we're trying to protect the rest of the county. So that's all I have.
Thanks. Anybody else have anything?
I've got some questions. My name's Linda Grice. I'm a property owner in Iowa County. I was wondering, I tried to look back through your last minutes or your board minutes for the last few months, and when did this all start about the wind turbines? When did you first hear about wind turbines?
I think that you're dredging up the past. It's been years ago, and they're all covered in the papers.
2015.
The county's been working on this since 2015.
We were aware, but we haven't been working on it.
So what I'm wondering is how long you've been working on this?
Which depends what you call working.
How long were you aware and
That's a
approving
different
this?
question. We've been aware since 2015.
Yeah.
That's been well established in newspaper articles and in meetings, and that's no secret.
Okay, did you approve the wind turbines coming to Iowa County?
No, they don't take, that's an agreement between landowners and the company, not between the county.
So you've had communications with the wind turbine owners in Binergy. You've had communications since 2015,
With Invenergy.
and it was not in the minutes of the board meetings?
Yeah,
Yes, it was, and the newspaper articles covering the board meeting.
every time you came and gave an update.
Okay, the person from Invenergy
Yeah.
came. So you've been working with him. How much are they paying the county to put these windmills in the county?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They're not?
No.
They'll pay property tax.
They'll pay property tax. They pay for
Okay,
damage to
property
the roads.
tax.
They pay for administrative costs from the,
Well, they're gonna cause a lot of damage to the roads, so I
They
would
pay for all
hope they
that.
pay for
yes,
that.
they pay for all that.
Okay, what about, do they have liability insurance if someone's killed on one of these dusty roads?
Yes.
They put dust control down.
You must have calculated some kind of an economic benefit analysis for the county.
No,
You didn't?
they gave us a
Calculate
number, we've
anything?
never calculated it.
What number did they give you again?
They said 2.5 million a year once they're fully taxed, which I had somebody at my office the other day that ran through the numbers quick, and they're like, it didn't believe the numbers, so I can't, you're right, that is about what it will be.
That's interesting.
What's
So-
interesting?
So
That's
how much?
definitely not the case,
Where
but
does this money go to?
Property taxes, mostly to the schools.
But mostly schools, right?
Yeah.
because
63%.
all property taxes, 55 to 59% in Iowa County goes to the schools.
So you are supportive of schools?
No, I'm not. I actually,
Your kids don't go to school?
no, what I'm saying is, no, I'm not supportive of schools. I am supportive of schools. However, this can't be just a one-sided thing, that this is money that we're getting for free. This is money they've taken out of our pocket to begin with, and they're just giving us a little bit back.
It's already been property taxed.
What's already been property
The
tax?
land that's already there is property taxed.
Yeah,
Okay,
So-
Everybody always puts the camera on you.
I want to.
I'll put it on me.
About the property tax problem then, because there is evidence, there's written evidence, there's research been done. 15% decrease in property tax values. I'll guarantee you, if I can see a windmill from my property, I am going to be
I
there the
understand
next
that.
day getting my property.
I've heard this one
for
before.
you.
I've heard it.
Great.
Okay? I've heard
I
it.
am saying.
Stop it.
Now,
I've heard it.
Quit yelling
What I
at
was,
me.
I'm not yelling at you.
okay, if you've got, what's your question?
Have you looked into how much the property tax is gonna be reduced because of
They won't
the?
be.
They will be, because there's research been done by a whole bunch of realtors, and it's published research, and I can provide it for you. 15% if you're inside of a windmill.
they won't read it. I wouldn't bother.
What's that?
They won't read it. I wouldn't bother.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on Abby's thing about the English River. There's lots of eagles down on the English River, and there's lots of bats down there, and I think they're worth protecting just as much
So,
as the
yeah.
Iowa River.
And they protect bats. I mean, there's turbines not being built because of bats right now.
Good.
Okay, Males?
So, you said when they're fully taxed, when will they be fully taxed?
7 years.
So,
Okay, and what is the tax, there's no tax before that?
It's prorated up. They go taxed in 7 years. They're not taxed like property. They're taxed on 30% of their actual value that costs to build.
Okay.
And it doesn't depreciate.
The first year, what do they tax?
No.
0.
But if you take, a lot of things aren't taxed at 100%.
Can you give me some examples? I was just curious.
Farmland is taxed at about $1,000 an acre. Is that the actual value?
Is that because of the rollback factor?
Same because of the way farmland is taxed.
Is it because of the rollback factor, though,
No,
of 56% that gets applied?
farmland.
So you're saying it starts off at like $1,000 an acre, and then the rollback factor is applied?
No, I didn't say that.
So where's $1,000 come
I
from?
said farmland is taxed at about $1,000 an acre, as in the value of it.
Because of the rollback factor, which they also capture.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I talked to county assessors from several counties that have wind turbines. The rollback factor is applied to them just like it is in your farm property.
It depends how they're taxed. They can be taxed two ways.
What are the two ways?
They can be taxed as property like any building would be, or they can be taxed under the special law that we're allowed to
So, so you're talking about special valuation versus full value? No, is that what you're trying to say? I'm sorry, I'm
We can
confused.
talk about this another time.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I just want to clarify the timeline on the emails that I received, because in the beginning, I wrote a letter to Jessica, gave it to Jessica, requesting emails from April and May. And then I was told it would be $145 an hour. It would take approximately 4 hours. Your IT guys out of Spencer, that's what they charge. And it could take longer than that, so it'd be probably anywhere from $600 to $800 to get the email. And then when I said that publicly at a meeting where there was a lot of people, then I was approached by you, Ray, and you were kind enough to offer to give me the emails for nothing if I trusted you to give me all the emails. And I said, thank you, that would be nice. And so I did get the emails pretty much, but it was through May 23rd, so pretty much what I requested. But Jessica had asked me, to say specifically which emails I wanted, as far as for what email address, because apparently there's an email address for the supervisors, and then you each have an individual email.
I don't have one for Iowa County, because it wouldn't work on my computer. I get it on my personal. Anything they send me, I get it on my personal
Okay.
computer.
But there was an email address for each of
And
the
there's a lot I
individuals.
haven't opened. I read that on your page. There's a lot I haven't opened, but a lot of them like Haynes, Hallmark, and I don't open them. I just.
This was
throw
letter,
them in the trash.
like stuff that was forwarded to you from about wind turbines.
So it was
I
probably
think you're
open,
wrong, because I have many copies
it was
of
probably
everything
open
that
to her
was.
personal account,
sent.
therefore.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Therefore,
I wasn't the one that posted that one, just to let you know, I wasn't the one.
Here it is. I've got everybody's letter.
What's your question, Janine?
Thank you.
And I just wanted to clarify how that timeline progressed, and so that there was no misunderstanding from me anyway.
What timeline? I don't understand.
As far as from the time I actually requested the emails and how I requested them to the time that I actually received some emails.
Jessica checked
Look at
with
mine, it's not
Solutions to see how we could retrieve the emails. It was gonna be quite expensive.
And that was all I guessed of how much it would cost. And then when it was able to be worked out between you and Ray that would work,
Right.
then that's how we proceeded
Right,
that way.
correct.
And so that's
Correct.
how that went.
Correct.
And
I basically stopped sending you guys emails because it doesn't seem to make a bit of difference anyway. So I used to send emails with all kinds of information in the beginning. I tried to approach you and talk to you, and as far as I'm concerned, it didn't make a darn bit of difference. I don't feel like anything I said is reflected in the Diamond Trail Agreement at all. So I just kind of quit sending them. I was accused of sending you stuff every week, and it was browbeating you, even if I was accused of sending things that were only anti-wind when I sent you things from Vesta, which is a turbine company. So basically, I haven't sent you any emails for a while, and that's why.
Well, the ones you did send were read, at least by me. Carol?
We talked about this some time back, and I pointed out in that Invenergy contract, it talked about the taxes on the wind turbine perhaps would be paid by the owner or perhaps by the utility. And you assured me that the taxes would be paid by the utility. My question is that a verbal agreement or is that in black and white?
I've been told that they're paid by the utility, but if they're not paid by the utility, they have to reimburse the landowner for it, so, at that specific time, according to the agreement, so.
So,
But most counties, they do it where the utility pays
Well-
directly.
your former assessor told me that those cellular towers were paid directly to the county. And I was under the impression that day when I asked it one other time that you said it would definitely be paid by the wind turbine people. And that's, my question is it in a verbal or a black and white? That's, I think that should be in the ordinances, period, for the understand
So
that.
either way, the tax gets paid.
I understand that, but I really think for the county's sake and for the participants' sake, that they should pay the county, period, end of story. And then, my next point is that the end use of the wind turbines, and it says in the contract that if they haven't removed them within a year, then the owner has the option of removing them and with documentation presenting them. My question is, at the end of the useful life of the turbine, do they still pay taxes until the turbine is down?
Yes.
Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road?
Yes, our agreement will be though, our
They have to come
decommissioning
down
agreement
within a year.
will state that that be down. They have to start taking them down within a year of non-use, so.
But if they haven't got it down by the end of the year,
They
they
pay
pay tax.
tax as long as it's there, just like you do if you have a barn in your property.
Right.
It may be falling in, but you're still paying tax on it.
Right.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Hey, you got about 1 minute.
Oh, great. I'm Lance Schaefer. I have just a question to start. How many of the Board of Supervisors have an actual contract with the wind company to put up a turbine?
One.
Anybody?
A contract to put
Anybody have a contract with this?
An easement.
An easement, whatever, to put these things up? Anybody sign a
I
contract?
have an easement. You
Okay,
know that.
okay.
You can bash me on Facebook about it. You can slander me on Facebook about it.
You said that, I just want to confirm that.
Well,
for the
I just
record.
want to confirm that, your conduct on Facebook has been,
That's a public forum, thanks for your
no,
opinion.
it's really not.
Yeah, well, then do something about it, thank you. Next question, John, are you a member associated in any nexus with an advocacy group for this, like Power Up or anything else involved?
I had contact with them, but I am not the county captain and I'm not a member of it.
Okay, all right, good. One thing I would like to point out, in the 2017, I've been going through the Code of Iowa and the County Home Rule, and also the 2017 New County Officers Manual. I'd suggest everybody get hold of that copy and read through there. I find it interesting that if anybody does have according to the Code of Iowa in this book that you all have, that any supervisor should not participate in the vote on any action of the board concerning a matter which the supervisor has a vested interest. That would be, they need to abstain from voting on matters where the role as a supervisor may conflict with the role as a private business person or affected resident of the county. As Ray said, that he has an interest. He will be an affected resident of the county, and therefore I would call into question that you need to sustain from any voting on any of these
I
matters.
have.
Has been, where you been?
Not to mention
This
the
is my
fact,
first time here,
not to
okay?
mention the fact
It's in the
that
paper.
it's in the contract with,
Nobody gets paper anymore.
it's in the
Oh,
contract
heck they
with,
don't.
Invenergy that I.
And then the other thing the board does, I believe that under the county home rule and things, tax dollars are public funds. Is that correct? It goes to the benefit of the schools, the roads, the salaries, etc. Would you agree that it's public funds? Okay. Well, under the Iowa Code chapter, that anyone using public funds and public property for private developmental or personal gain, it's a detriment to the public body, you're prohibited using
Well,
those.
we're not going down the whole tax thing with you.
Oh, the law is immaterial?
And
Anybody
we,
using public funds
time is up.
as
Yeah. Abby, I would thank you for putting that on Facebook a few weeks ago. People like, some people that decide to make it personal attacks rather than an information exchange, which we would all like it to be, but some people decide to make it personal attacks and then try to justify their personal attacks. And I appreciate you speaking up as well.
you're in violation of the laws and ethics. That's what we're getting to, and it will come out in court.
He has abstained. I'm sorry that you don't like to read
You've
the paper.
been saying the same thing for years about it.
He's
I
abstained.
encourage everybody to read the Code of Iowa and their own rules and handbooks.
And
These are stated on every.
Yeah, financial.
Yeah,